Hello everybody, I am Ilham from Skin Chakra and today Svetlana and I are going to show you how to make this beautiful rich shea cream. This is a water in oil shea cream. It is a warm process and we heat the ingredients not higher than 50 degrees. This is a very rich cream with an amazing texture but doesn't feel greasy or sticky at all. It absorbs immediately without any soapiness, as you can see. And since we are heating the ingredients up to 50 degrees, you even can add almost heat sensitive active ingredients to it. We made this formulation almost a kiss for the start, but you can use your fantasy and use active ingredients that you want. The best possible solution for filling is a jar, and to avoid constant contact with finger, an airless jar would be of course a better solution, so you don't have contact with the bulk of the cream each time you are using the cream. This procedure and making this emulsion needs patience and time, so take your time, grab a cup of tea or coffee, relax yourself, watch the tutorial and follow the steps when you have the time and at your convenience. As always, the full procedure and all of the ingredients are available on our blog. I hope you will enjoy making this cream and using it. Blend all of the oil ingredients together and heat the oil phase in a water bath around 50 to maximum 60 degrees. Shea needs a longer time to melt, so you can prepare this phase before you go to the water phase. As for the water phase, blend all of the ingredients together. You can easily blend everything at room temperature with a magnet stirrer, and then at this stage you need to measure and adjust the pH of the water phase before you blend both phases together. Now the water phase is completely smooth and everything is uniform, and we can prepare 10% dilution in distilled water and measure the pH. Okay, the pH is here around 860, but don't worry, that is correct because our preservative system reduces the pH extremely. We have double tested this formulation before, and we know which pH we need, so that when the preservative reduces the pH, we land around the pH of 5.3 to 5.5. That seems very high, but it's absolutely okay. Don't panic. So the pH of the water phase is now in the range that we will. It seems slightly high, but that's exactly okay because our preservative reduces the pH. Now we start heating the water phase. The oil phase is almost completely melted, and when the water phase reaches the temperature that we want, we are aiming for a temperature between 45 to 55. Then we will add the water phase slowly to the oil phase. Water in oil emulsions need patience. If you are in a hurry and don't have time, don't start with making the emulsion at all. The water phase should be added very slowly to the oil phase, and if you do not perform this stage correctly and with patience and slowly, your emulsion will guaranteed break. Now we start adding the water phase to the oil phase. We will show you the start only, and then we will come at the middle of the addition when the blend starts looking like an emulsion. Now you have a melted oil phase, and Svetlana is slowly adding the water phase. It doesn't look like any emulsion at all. That's okay. We will leave Svetlana alone to struggle here with the water and oil phase, and then we'll come and show you around midway from adding water to the oil phase. Svetlana is now halfway through adding the water phase to the oil phase, and now the blend looks like an emulsion. You can distinguish it as an emulsion, but we still need to add the water phase very slowly, adding a few drops and waiting till the emulsion is completely blended, and then adding the next portion. We are still controlling the temperature of both phases, and I will come back and show you when Svetlana is finished. Svetlana is almost finished with adding the water phase to the oil phase, and it has the appearance of an emulsion indeed, and you can see that she adds dropwise and waits till the water drop disappears and then adds the next drop. So it should indeed be as slow as this, otherwise your emulsion will break and will not remain stable. When the water phase is completely added to the oil phase, we slightly increase the speed of the stirrer for a few minutes, and then we will stop heating and we will change the stirrer. With this emulsion, you need to stir longer than usual because otherwise shea will become grainy. So you need a very long cool down and stirring during the cool down. If you don't have an overhead stirrer and you do blend manually, then come every few minutes, every now and then, and blend the emulsion completely as it cools down. Otherwise, you will end up with an unstable or grainy emulsion. This is very fluid still, and you can see that the viscosity is much lower than the emulsion we showed you at the beginning of the tutorial. Switching from a blade stirrer to an anchor stirrer that is much more suitable when you are working with medium to high viscosity. And then we will leave the emulsion to cool down completely before we add the preservative and the essential oils. So we let the emulsion to cool down before we add the preservative and the essential oils. This step takes time, specifically when you are working with shea butter. So leave the emulsion stirring and cooling down. The emulsion has been cooling down about 15 minutes. It has reached almost the room temperature, so now we can safely add the preservative and the essential oils. Remember that the preservative reduces the pH. Now Svetlana is adding the essential oils, and then we continue stirring as the emulsion cools down and the viscosity settles. Here we are. This is the viscosity and the appearance of the finished emulsion. No graininess, quite smooth and uniform with a nice texture and amazing skin feel. So I hope you can follow this procedure and make your own amazing shea water in oil emulsions.